Hey all, Russ here, RVerTV, welcome. Check it out here at Plamosa Road. Just spent the night out here. It's freezing in the desert. We're under freeze warnings. Last night and tonight. Incredible. Woke up earlier and my windshield was just covered in frost. Now I know the rest of the country's saying, hey, big deal. In the desert, it is a big deal. Check it out. I got my diesel heater. This is only the 4th time I've ever used it. Right down there. And that puppy can put out some heat. It's tied into the diesel tank here on the van. It's 12 volt. Go around here. I'll show you. Yeah, there's a little pump underneath on this side. You can hear it going. It's right down there. Runs into the diesel tank. It was a cheapie. It wasn't a big fancy one. I mean, some of these diesel heaters you can get in like $1,000 in them. This one was less than about 150 bucks. It still says Celsius. I never could figure out how to turn it to Fahrenheit. See them little red lights down there though? It's firing up. I just turned it back on. It's kind of weird. It really will crank up a lot of air. And then once it sets, it just puts out a smooth, cool air. And right there is my carbon monoxide detector, just in case. Gotta have one of those. No matter what you have in an RV, make sure you got a carbon monoxide detector. Got the computer all fired up. We're running off solar too. I'll show you that in a minute. Yep, now it's starting to put out. Once it gets going, it takes a good 15 minutes for this thing to really cycle itself. I'll turn it down. I normally keep it right around 16, 17. And I just hang the thermostat up there. It came with the Porous manual. I mean, I really searched to try to figure out how to run this thing. But right now I can just turn on and off, set temp. And once it cycles out though, I mean, I'm warm as toast in here. It'll actually drive you out of here if you have it set too high. There's a little exhaust pipe that came with it. It's not the best. I need to add another tube, get it off to the side. Then under here, it's underneath the seat. Surprisingly, it doesn't get too warm under there. I was always worried about that, but all the heat comes straight out the vent. And also it exhausts down through the floor. That Kurt helped actually he installed it for me. A guy named Kurt sells kites in town. But yeah, it's heating up. So, and it will easily keep up. Like last night it was like 29 out here. And it kept up good. Plus my van, I mean, I really insulated the heck out of this thing. So if you're going to boondock in the desert, you need a little bit of heat. These diesel heaters, if you look at them online, that's probably not showing up very good on camera, sorry. But see them little red symbols down below? That shows the fan, the pump's running, and also the heater. It's actually got a little glow plug in it. They're pretty incredible. All right, well, I got some heat. Just getting ready to do a little bit of computer work out here, then I gotta run to town. Is the computer set up, and I also got all the electronics running off this big Delta Pro by EcoFlow. Look at that, all night long, and it only dropped 14%. Now this thing will charge off the rooftop solar, plus I got the house batteries that run the fridge. And the house batteries is also running the heater. So there's actually 2 sets of batteries in here. But hey, you can watch your favorite RVerTV video. I'm running off the jetpacks. What's this? Over here on Facebook. Driver pulled over. Look at that, had a Grinch doll down in Phoenix in the fast lane. And that's always something. So I got my morning news for 2 minutes. Plus over here on Facebook, be sure to, if you're into Facebook, RVerTV on Facebook. Oh, look at that. My good friend Sheriff Ponce swearing in the elf from North Pole as a deputy. Hey, new website. Actually, I've been doing some updates on it. We just cranked out the first newsletter. If you haven't got it, you will soon. And I always check over here on the channel, see what's happening. Check the views. Really happy with all the new look, all the new graphics, new website. If you scan this code right here, you'll be able to get in there and sign up for the newsletter, free screensaver downloads, all kinds of good stuff. Once again, it's RVerTV.tv. Check out this cool gadget. I just got it. I love this thing. It's always been a pain in the butt making coffee. Cause I only like 1 cup. There's a 1 cup coffee maker. Got it off good old Amazon. I'll put the link down in the description. Got it plugged straight into the solar. It's Black & Decker. It wasn't that much. Turn it on. Use some free energy here. I'll show you. It only draws. What we got? Well, I got the computer, everything in there. So it draws about 600 watts. It only takes 2-3 minutes to brew. Won't even touch this big battery. I'm still amazed. Only 14% dropped overnight. And I had left the computer on last night. I turned off the big screen. But I was charging drone batteries, camera batteries, everything. Pretty cool. So there's a little behind the scenes of how I operate out here out of the van. There's the website. Sorry. Very proud of this thing. It took months. Actually, it was years in the planning. Got the Quartzsite guides going, Lake Havasu guide. Working on some new guides too. Merch. There's downloads for the screensavers. Then the branding stuff. And the newsletter. Amazon Live coming up after the first of the year. Working on a little studio, but right there, that's the newsletter. And we're in baby stages with it. You gotta be a little patient. The newsletter will grow, and you guys will help grow it too. Just let me know what you want in there. Feedback is good. You can always email me at info@RVerTV.tv. That coffee smells so good. Oh, man. Yes. Almost done. But this is kind of how I sneak out in the desert and camp. Can stay toasty warm. Brew a cup of coffee. Work on the computer. 600. So it only dropped this battery 1% so far. The coffee maker. The computer and screen and all that only draws like 35 watts. And that is just toasty warm. I don't want to go anywhere. But I need to run to town. Got stuff to film. Goodness, we're only 4 weeks away from the big show. Over 4. Plus Tyson Wells, January 6th, he starts up. His shows start. There's the new drone. It's a Mavic 3 Classic. New addition to the RVerTV Air Fleet. Plus I fly the Mini 3 Pro. Wish this coffee would get done. I get asked so many times, I mean, can't count them, how I set up out in the desert and how I operate out of the van. Here's a little behind the scenes. There's the Apple computer, big screen, got a big battery sitting here. That battery is just for the electronics and the charging of all the cameras. And once again, I got the house batteries. So the coffee just ended. It took 2% of the battery to make a cup of coffee. And it'll recharge itself once again off the solar up top. Another thing too, if it's cloudy and if I'm not getting good solar, I can run the van like a generator. That switch right there, it's tapped into the engine alternator. And if I throw the current back to the big batteries, it'll charge up just like a generator. So I really don't even need to carry a generator. You got to let it run a while, but it's diesel, doesn't matter. Okay, my coffee's done. How pretty is that? You know, it rained the night before. Now we got crystal clear, no clouds, blue skies. That's why its temperature's dropping so low. Desert's all nice and green. And this image is with the new Mavic 3 Classic. The Mavic 3s feature a huge sensor. All kinds of good color comes out of it. There's Plamosa Road, that's heading up towards Bouse. Okay, got my coffee made, got everything put away inside the van. We're gonna truck into town. Look at the long shadows. This time of year, the sun doesn't get up very high. That makes great photography if you want to have fun with your phones out in the desert. Catch your long shadows in the... Not too many out here. I mean, there's quite a few. It's so spread out, it's deceiving. There's a few hundred campers out here on Plumosa Road. But this one's my favorite. I say it in my new Quartzsite guide. I talk about Plumosa Road a lot. What I like about it, it's so flat and open, and you don't get all the noise of the freeway and Quartzsite, the dust from all the big long-term visitor areas, LTVA campgrounds. Let me pull in here. I'll show you where the host is. They finally got a host out here. That camper there right on the right. Look at that. They got them a little fire going. And a sign that says host off duty. They're just enjoying their breakfast and a little fire before they get busy. It's still early morning yet. Even though it's freezing in the desert, which is not too typical. You usually get a few days like that, especially this time of year. We're almost to the shortest day of the year. But it doesn't take long to warm back up. Right now it's up to 42. I think highs today will be in the mid-50s. So not too shabby. Plus, if it's that cold here, guess what up north? It's really cold and snowy. So get on down here. Head south. And right here off to the left, there's High Jolly. And there's a lot of rigs in there. Right there on the right where that cell tower is, right behind there is the Quartzsite Refuge Station. You can take all your trash, recycle, everything right there 4 days a week, and it's free, no fees. And here we are, back in the big city. You know, the census wasn't in Quartzsite's favor. The population actually dropped here. By about 1,000 people, I think. That kind of hurt their city budgeting and stuff. They said that at their last town meeting. Roads are getting super busy. A lot of RVers. You know, they truck through here anyway to go down to Yuma. Right after Christmas, this town will explode. Okay, the plans go over Tyson Wells. Start filming over there, I guess. Wow, look at all the vendors over here on the right. Get leggings, stickers and decals, wood carving, and all the wind spinners and kites at My Wind Stuff. They're in town. Check them out. You can fly a kite as big as your car. Alright, over the bridge. Guess what? Off to the right is Tyson Wells. You know, Rice Ranch is no more. They tore it all down. They're building a huge RV resort. That's on the left-hand side here. Be the southeast corner. Added a bunch of palm trees. See the big lot off to the left there? And here's Tyson Wells. It's early, no one's open yet. Food vendors are setting up. Beer Belly's out back, they're open. K&B, Burley's Hardware. He sells all the flags and everything. K&K Kitchens. And my favorite, the game store. Yay. Okay. Next video. You never know. Journey continues. Talk soon.